What's up, YouTube? I'm Liora Sophie, and I'm here to talk to you about some things to avoid when writing bisexual characters. I write mostly urban fantasy and / paranormal romance, and so let's talk about some things that happen a lot in real life and in the cultural media that perpetuate negative stereotypes about real bisexual people, and that I would like to see done better in writing and on TV and in movies that would just better represent bisexual people of all shapes and colors. Aren't you gonna leave me for the other gender? Aren't you gonna cheat on me with the other gender? No! Some bisexuals are poly, some are not. Some bisexuals are monogamous, some are not. Just like the heteros, they're all different kinds. There is this misconception that bi people can't be satisfied in a relationship with a partner of one gender because we have the potential to be attracted to more than one gender. This is not true. Being faithful to a partner is a decision that people make when going into a relationship. Just like a straight guy in a relationship with a woman is still attracted to other women, that's the same thing as with bisexuals. It's just our other women happen to be women and men and people of other genders. You still choose to only be faithful to your person, whether or not you're attracted to other people outside the relationship. Come on. Do I have to explain? Okay. Please don't ask us for threesomes. I mean, okay, you can, but if it's appropriate. It's always asked when it's not. And so if it is really, truly appropriate in the context of the characters, and they might be interested in it, then okay. But it's a stereotype. Just try to avoid it. I'm tired. I'm tired of going on dating websites and the only people I find there are a couple. Come on. Come on. We're not all unicorns. Let me rephrase. We're not all one specific type of unicorn, okay? We're all unicorns, but in all different ways. Bi men exist. Bi men are valid. Bi men are beautiful. Where are they? I want to see them represented in books and on TV and in movies because they rock and they're awesome. There's a stereotype about bi men that they're all secretly gay in the closet, and that is not true. They're not. Some bi men are actually just bi men, okay? They're great. Let's see more of them. Of course we're confused at the beginning, because we have never been told that it's okay, because no one's ever shown us an example of multi-gender attraction being valid and being a thing that happens to people. Because at first, we just think we're the only ones in the whole world who have this potential. If there were more examples in media of out bisexual people, celebrities, characters that are seen as valid and secure in their identity, maybe this wouldn't happen so much. We don't need more examples of this in literature because we have plenty of examples in the real world. It would help if these were not the examples that we saw. It's fine to have characters that are proud sluts, and it's fine to go up against slut-shaming in culture. It's fine to make statements about that. Try to avoid only doing that to your bi characters. Maybe use one of your straight or one of your gay characters to push this particular agenda. They're the worst. I'm not going to say they don't exist. I'm not going to say that they're not valid, because they do exist and they're valid. Don't choose these examples to push bi representation. This is not a bisexual person. This is a different type of character. And it's okay, but it's not bi. It's okay for you to choose to represent this type of character, but own it. Own that that's what you're doing, okay? If someone asks your bisexual character, are you gay? I don't want them to weasel out of the question and be like, like Piper on Orange is the New Black, who kisses a man and a woman possibly before the opening credits in the pilot, but then her mother asks her, so what, are you gay now? And she's like, it just means I have a girlfriend. It's easy to promote the misunderstanding that same-sex attraction equals gay. There are other contexts in which same-sex attraction is real and valid, and gay is not the only one. And this is part of the problem. The assumption that if you are attracted to the same sex, therefore you are gay, is what Bi-Erasure is, essentially, at its core. In How to Get Away with Murder, there is a powerful, emotional scene where there's a breakup between two women who have been in a relationship, a real relationship, for a while. If I remember correctly, it's a sexual relationship, it's romantic, and they break up and the woman says, I'm not gay. And that is not the reason. That is not the reason to break up with someone. Because she could be bi, and that would be fine. The reason she's breaking up with her is either because she's not attracted to her, or because she doesn't want to be with her anymore. Putting it out there saying, I'm not gay, and if I'm not gay, then I can't be attracted to you, that is a problematic message, because it is wrong. Because there are plenty of other labels she could fall under, which would allow her this same gender attraction, but would not necessarily be gay. Look, those people exist, and they're valid, but labels exist for a reason, and they're useful for communication between characters and between people, you know? It's just a really helpful tool that we have to be able to identify each other, to be able to explain our attractions in a nutshell to someone we're potentially interested in, but, you know, we don't know them very well yet, so we're not ready to have that 2-hour-long conversation by the fire about the different types of attraction we experience, and we're just not ready yet, so we use the label bisexual, or pansexual, polysexual, omnisexual, asexual, demisexual. There are loads of nice labels which just summarize that long firelight conversation. If a person is asked, so what, are you gay, are you straight, and they say, I don't like labels, what I read into that is, I'm bisexual, but I don't want to say the B word on TV. That's what I see. Not good representation. Okay, so yes, linguistically bi means two, but two is no longer restricted to men and women. It is no longer restricted to cis men and cis women. It is a much more broad definition now, and some people define it as being similar and different. Maybe you are attracted to similar genders to yourself and different genders to your own. Maybe you are attracted to people that have a gender and people who are agender. Maybe you are attracted to just more than one gender. Maybe you're attracted to at least two genders. Those are all valid modern day interpretations of the term bisexual. However, here's what it does not include. I'm attracted to cis women and trans women. Woman is the gender there. A trans woman is a woman. A trans man is a man. And if you are attracted to men and trans men, you're attracted to men, and that's only one. It's important to not perpetuate the stereotype that if you're attracted to trans people, you have to be pan. Pans and bis overlap a lot. We have a lot of similar experiences. There are a lot of people who identify as bi who also identify as pan, vice versa. Sometimes we go through different... Yep, I almost said it there. Sometimes it changes. Sometimes it does. That is okay. But don't use these examples as your main representation. Don't use these stereotypes as your main representation. Nope, they're not. End of story. Nope, don't do this, because it invalidates us. This This one really annoys me. You see two characters. Usually it's an opposite sex couple, and they've been in a relationship for 40 years. And then one of the couple, they're in a relationship with a same-sex partner, and the other partner's like, oh my god, 40 years of living a lie. What if they're bisexual? Maybe it wasn't a lie. Allow for the possibility that maybe the partner who's now in a same-sex relationship was also attracted to the partner that they were with for 40 years, okay? Just leave the window open for that possibility. Just leave it open. You don't have to explicitly state it, but just allow for the viewer or the reader to assume that that could be the case. That's all I'm asking.